Afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Mike Williams here with another Week 7 game preview. And today we're going to be going over the Cowboys versus the Eagles. Let's get it started. All right, so the over-under on this game is 49 points, and the spread is -2.5 for Dallas. Give me Philly on that one. So the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott. That was a rough loss against the Jets last week. I'm sure a lot of you Cowboys fans didn't see that coming. And for all the people that hate listening to Cowboy fans, I'm sure all of you were very pleased, including Stephen A. Smith, who went on a nice soliloquy about it, which candidly was hilarious, not going to lie. All right, so let's get into the game. I think that Dak Prescott, his score this week depends on if Amari Cooper plays. Amari Cooper suffered a contusion in his leg last week, and he left the game early. If Amari Cooper does not play, I do not see Dak being a top 10 quarterback this week. But if he does play, I definitely think that he can get top 10 status. The Eagles have been allowing the 13th most points per game at 19.5. That's a pretty solid day. Dak's been averaging about 19 points a game, so that's right up his alley, actually. Amari Cooper, if he plays, I think he has a great game because the Eagles are terrible against the wide receiver. They are the worst against wide receiver, allowing 33 fantasy points per game to the wide receiver position. That is terrible. And if Amari Cooper's out, fire up Michael Gallup. Even if Amari Cooper's in, I think you should play Michael Gallup. But if he's out, I think he's a great play. And on top of that, I think he's a good DFS play as well. All right, let's go down to the running back, Zeke Elliott. So Zeke hasn't been playing as well as his draft pedigree. He was drafted in fantasy. If you knew during the draft that he was going to play, he was drafted probably top 3. He's amazing. Not doubting his talent. Offensive line still great, but he has not been performing as well as you would like. I mean, he is averaging 18 points a game, so I mean he's playing solid, but he hasn't been blowing up like you would have expected. But I don't think that he blows up this game. The Eagles are really good against the run. I think they're the third best at points allowed. They're only allowing 13 points a week to the running back position. I think Zeke eclipses that, but I don't think that he has a blow-up game this week. And I think that's a problem because I think that throwing for the Dallas Cowboys might actually be an issue for this game. Well, that's not true. Sorry. The running might be an issue, so they may try to throw it through the air. Sorry about that. And actually, if Amari Cooper is out, I say Jason Witten is actually a good start this week for sure. He had 10 fantasy points last week, 5 receptions, 7 targets. Prior to that, he was averaging 4 targets a game, but as soon as Amari Cooper went out, they had to involve him more into the offense, leading to the 7 targets. And if Amari Cooper's out, I think that happens again. All right, let's go over to the Eagles. All right. Carson Wentz has been playing great, averaging 22 points a game. He had 24 points last week, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. With 2 rushes for 23 yards, you'd like to see that. The Cowboys are pretty good against the quarterback. They're actually only allowing 13.5 points a game. I think Carson Wentz eclipses that. And I think that if Deshaun Jackson is back, I think we start seeing a better Carson Wentz. Even though I think he's playing well now, Deshaun Jackson just changes the defensive plan. They can't defend the same way they would with Deshaun Jackson on the field. He's too fast. You have to keep somebody over the top because he may burn them too. But you have to have somebody there. So if he's back, I think that Wentz has a better game. Alshon Jeffrey's been playing great. Well, not great. He's been playing well. 12 targets, 10 receptions in this last game, 23 points, a touchdown, 76 yards. You like to see that. Again, the Cowboys are pretty decent against the wide receiver at only allowing 18 points a game. But I still think Alshon Jeffrey is a decent play. Should be a top 24 play this week. I'm looking forward to Deshaun Jackson coming back. When he comes back, I'm definitely throwing him in my lineup. He's a great downfield threat. All right. Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard's actually been playing pretty well. He's always going to be a touchdown threat. And he's good on the ground. So I think that he has a chance to score a touchdown in this game. I think he's playable. The Cowboys are 12th against the run, so they allow about 20 fantasy points a game to the running back. That's not bad. I like Miles Sanders. I think he's getting more involved in the passing game. He went 3 for 3 last week. The week before that, he was 4 for 5. Those are great target numbers, and if Darren Sproles stays injured, I believe that he becomes the passing down back, and I think that that'd be a great role for him, especially if they can throw it to him downfield like they did last week. And everybody's starting Zach Ertz because he's a beast. All right, and that's going to wrap up the Week 7 game preview for the Cowboys versus the Eagles. This is a very important game for the division, and I think that the Eagles take this one. If you have any questions, hit me up. Mike Williams, Fantasy Bay. I'm out.